Am I good enough?
Damn, I hope I didn't start my period.
Should I go back to school?
I'm making sure I don't fail myself.
Should I call him? Or is he gonna call me?
Should I really buy this?
Damn, I gotta stop overthinking.
Emotional pain isn't something that should be hidden away and never spoken about. There is the truth in your pain, there is growth in your pain, but only if it's first brought out into the open. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of I Got Something to Say with Tyra J. And of course, I'm Tyra J, which is also my name on all social medias across everything. Facebook, Instagram, no, actually not Facebook because I don't get on Facebook, but Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, the letter I, the letter M, _ Tara J. That's Jay. I Got Something to Say is a podcast where I will be talking about mental health awareness from my own life experiences. I will be helping those who are struggling or just living with mental stress. I also will be informing those on what mental health issues are. Maybe you aren't sure you have a disorder, or maybe you're dating someone with a disorder and not sure how to help or love them. This episode is primarily focusing on you as the patient. Well, shit, the initial feeling of you finding out you're actually diagnosed with one of these disorders like bipolar, anxiety, schizophrenia, depression, even anger management, then becoming the patient afterwards. How does that make you feel? Let's talk about it. My first diagnostics was weird. It's like you had to take all of these questionnaires. You have to answer them honestly because any wrong answer could leave you either diagnosed with the wrong disorder or living in fear of denial your entire life. But still, you sit there face to face with your therapist wondering, what the hell does she or he know about me? I've only been here 3 weeks. There's no way of knowing someone's brain and actions just by 3 one-on-one sessions, right? But let's be honest. I've only been here 3 times, so you're sitting there and you're looking like, what the fuck? Do I even really remember my therapist's last name? It's only been 3 sessions. Okay, wait. Okay, guys, wait a minute. Let's not begin to blame the therapist for your mental state. Because in all actuality, you're the crazy one, not them. Just kidding, guys. You're not crazy. Because if you're crazy, I'm crazy too. Because, hey, I have a disorder too. So let's talk about how it made you feel. Did you think back to your first initial feeling yet? I sure did. And you know how I felt? I felt like a complete nutcase. No jokes. Don't laugh. It took years to be like, okay, remember T, it is okay to not be okay. Honey, when I say years, I mean years. Like all cap letter. After finding out you've been diagnosed with a mental illness, it's common to have mixed emotions. That's cool. Not everyone thinks, oh shit, I knew I was crazy. Like me. For some people, receiving this information can be a sense of relief, like just a breath of fresh air, because they finally able to put a name to the problem. But for others, most people, they tend to go another route. It ends up being a major buzzkill. You feel fear, anger, shame, denial, even sadness. At this point, you just do not know what to do. Then you begin to wonder, how did I get so lucky? Oops. No. I mean, unlucky. Or, my life has changed forever. Not sure if it's changed for the good or the bad. But, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, guys, relax. As you can see, being diagnosed is not the end of the world, nor will it be the end of your world. Like, seriously. We must stop being so dramatic. Unless you're a natural dramatic like me. So damn extra. So let's talk about being diagnosed as a teen versus an adult. What people don't realize is that the youth, they go through so much. But no one sees that because we're too busy telling little Shantae she'll be fine. You're too busy sending little Janet to her room or telling everyone little Johnny is just acting out. Stop covering it up. If you or your child has a mental illness, get them help. Talk about it. There's so much that the youth is dealing with, let alone mental illness. They have to deal with that with no help, no support, no outlet. We must talk to our youth. It's super important to have a conversation on mental illness in young adults. Honestly, as you can see, they're already dealing with schoolwork, how to make new friends, the school bully, getting straight A's, sports, disappointing mom, pissing dad off, sex, young love, and even insecurities. First off, let's start giving the youth a break, but still hold them accountable for their actions. The first lesson in life is treat others how you want to be treated. The second lesson in life is every action does not deserve a reaction. Something that I wish I had as a child. It's a huge life lesson. So if you didn't learn it as a child, I hope here, listening to the podcast, you learn it now. As a parent or an older sibling, just help the youth understand that they don't have to be perfect. Stop telling them not to eat so much. And yeah, encourage a healthy eating habit, but allow them to live. Remember, lead by example is a huge deal to raising them right. Stop getting mad when they're getting B's or C's. They're trying. I mean, yes, A's will get you far in life, but B's and C's will too. So don't belittle them because they didn't get straight A's or get an A in this one class you just knew for a fact that they should have got an A in because, of course, what? You were there. You were sitting in the classroom doing the classwork and doing the homework because you know, right? No. Support them. Uplift them. Encourage them to be the best version of themselves they can be daily. Don't be the parent or older sibling that the child is afraid to come to talk to. That causes mental illness. It raises the suicide rate. It even causes molestation, resentment, trauma, rape, all of those things because the child is unable to speak out. Especially in schools, it causes being bullied for years to come and not knowing what to do or not knowing if someone will rescue them. Because, little do you know, the youth really do look at it as, who's going to be my superwoman? Who's going to be my superhero one day? Like myself, I was always one of those kids that never said anything. I felt so much, but never felt like I had anyone to talk to about it. I didn't have an outlet. I didn't have my human diary I can confide in, and I knew that I wouldn't be judged. So my stress level took a toll on me. Years passed, and eventually it all came out. I couldn't hold it in no more because I was calling out for my superwoman or my superhero, and that person never came. Here's my truth. My entire youth and still to now I struggle with mental illness. Another thing that really bothers me is one of my insecurities that play a big toll with my mental illness and my wishy-washy feelings from one day to another. It's my hair. My whole entire life I always hated my hair. Why? Because I was never one of those kids that was raised like, oh, love your hair, black hair is beautiful. It was from nappy to perm to no hair to nappy to perm to nappy to perm to nappy, back to perm to nappy again. It took me my whole entire life to love my hair. I love my hair now, but I still have issues sometimes with what I look like, and if I feel like going out the house because I can't figure out what to do with it. I'm tired of it looking like this. I hate that it comes out like this. I always thought it was just so unfair because all my friends around me, they had good hair to my knowledge. Their hair was always able to be straightened. They always had the cutest curls. They always had the cutest ponytails. They always had the cutest slick press. I never was able to get any of that because I had like grade Z hair, like Afrocentric child. And I just thought it was so unfair. So that's something that I always battled with my whole entire life, which is something, like I said, that plays a toll on me dealing with my own mental health and things like that. Now, in this day and age, I have noticed that the adults with young children are helping them and encouraging them to know that black hair is beautiful, love your naps, love your kinks. Even though some kids still get bullied, it's always a good thing to let them know you are beautiful. Because now, myhairisthebomb.com, it does wonders when I do it right. It do. It be slaying, child. It slays. But sometimes it be nappy as a motherfucker. But I'm okay with that now. Sometimes. So imagine the youth now already having the world on their shoulders, from a non-welcoming household to parents that just don't care to peers who don't know what to do because they're quote unquote fine. Be that peace. It took me years to break out of my shell, so imagine how long a child will take not knowing or how to deal with their mental illness. It really only takes one person to stand up for the next. It only takes one person to say, let's talk about it. It only takes one person to say, I'm a statistic. I do have a mental illness. The stigma needs to be broken, and guess what? I'm here for it. I am Tyra J. 100% for any and everyone, and I'm 100% here for the children and the youth first. Why? Because I was you. I was that child dealing and trying to maintain my racing thoughts, my sadness, wondering if I was enough. Accepting yourself as good enough is one of the hardest things you can do as a child or being the youth, because you have so many things around you that are telling you you aren't enough, besides those actual words being thrown at you, especially in this day and age with social media, those 13-year-old girls that look like they're 18, all kind of things, rap, music, just everything. Now, years later, I speak openly about it because I know at any moment my emotions can change. I admit, I'm bipolar as fuck. One day I'm the happiest in the room, one day I'm the meanest. It took me a while to get to this point because I did have a few ignorant assholes in my lifetime that when I tell them things like that, thinking I can confide in them, I couldn't. And at any moment it was thrown back in my face for their own benefit. So I say to you, don't be ashamed that you have a problem. Because deep down inside, that same person trying to violate you, they probably got that same problem. Not only is it important to do more in the household or in the neighborhood, the school system needs to do more as well. The counselor is just not enough. Look at Hannah Baker from 13 Reasons Why. You can go to the school counselor and still commit suicide that same day. Even children or youth who live in a great household, given everything they possibly wanted, can still be mentally stressed. They can still have mental illnesses that you as a parent needs to ask, are you okay? Because you can still give them anything in the world, but are you asking them how they feel today? Are you asking them how was school? Ask questions. Allow your child to come to you with questions. Open the doors for your child to say and feel anything without judgment. No, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. Like I stated before, I'm just coming to you as the patient, letting you know something that I wish I had when I was the youth. I'm no longer the youth, but I wish I had all of these things when I was the youth. Maybe years later, me turning 26 or 27, my life will be different now. Who really knows? I sure don't. But I know that I love me. And I know that every day I'm trying to be the best version of myself, with or without my mental illness. So you should too. Here's some cool facts. At least 10 million students ages 13 through 18 need professional help with some kind of mental health condition. The most common mental health diagnoses among children and adolescents are depression, anxiety, bipolar, even ADHD. Now y'all thinking, right? Oh shit, old girl had ADHD or homeboy had ADHD because Auntie Shelly was talking about your cousin last night when you was like 12 years old about how he wouldn't sit his ass down or how she wouldn't take her medicine. It was serious. It's a serious deal. The Child Mind Institute reports that half of all mental illnesses occur before the age of 14 and 75% by the age of 24, which highlights the urgent need to create systematic approaches to the problem. Dr. David Anderson stated 1 in 5 students in this country need treatment. So if you think the school counselor is going to be enough, think again. He also stated, we are seeing a real movement to properly and systematically tackle the crisis. But what these students don't need is a quick fix. A quick fix is pretty much anything you can think of to get the child out of your face, pretty much. Because that's what most people do, right? You'll be fine. It'll pass. Just go take a nap. Foolishness. Man, listen. The youth is battling with the mental illness, and it is a huge deal. Peers that deal with those who are battling with the mental illness is also a huge deal. And just shame on the parents that teach their child how to be mean, raise them on racism, or just natural bullies. Honestly, I was never bullied, but I may have been a bully a few times. I remember in elementary school, yeah, I wasn't nice, along with all the other little kids that I was hanging with. There was this one girl, she really did kind of look like a monkey in a child's eye, of course. And there was another girl who apparently did not have the neck of our standards. So what did we do? Tease them all the time, calling her no neck, as well as calling the other young lady a monkey girl. Was that nice? What if that bullying would have led them to committing suicide? I would have been the cause of someone taking their own life because of simple bullying. So remember, God made you exactly how He wanted you to be. You are beautiful. Don't let anyone else tell you different. So what's next? After you get diagnosed with whatever disorder you are diagnosed with, what do? You may already have learned as much as you can about whatever disorder you're diagnosed with, or you may be facing this issue for the very first time. A diagnostics is a good starting point to learning more. So pick up a book. You have the internet now. Do your own research. Take on your own knowledge. Learn more about you so no one else can tell you about you. Ask questions, especially your doctor or your therapist or whomever diagnosed you. Ask them to recommend books or websites. Maybe they can give you printouts to read. Hell, even take notes when they're talking to you about your disorder or your condition and how it could get better and what the symptoms are. Learn about different treatments and different predictions, or if it's even possible to cure. Most mental illnesses, it's impossible to cure, but still, it can be reduced or you can eliminate your symptoms. So why not read about it? But you do need to know that this is normal. Having a mental illness is normal. Okay? A diagnostics is a getaway to a good treatment, not a sentence to a lifetime of imprisonment. Okay, guys, that's that. This is I Got Something to Say with Tara J. Remember, the strongest people are not those who show strength in front of the world, but those who fight and win battles that others do not know anything about. Thank you for listening to episode 2 of I Got Something to Say with Tara J. Come back again and check us out, episode 3. I'm out. Peace.